Okay, so now Starship is going to launch again. This is Starship Flight 9 and it's going to launch after 2 holds. Okay, so that's actually really exciting. This is my 4th time actually recording a video on Starship Flight, actually 5th time, but 3rd time doing it live. So basically, this flight, they're not planning to recover any of the booster equipment. However, that's because they want to, they made some changes to the Raptor engines and will shut off some engines and it'll land back in the ocean. They want to test the resilience of the booster. The ship is looking good right now. It's going to land in the Indian Ocean
right
again.
Over top of us, we see 33 out of 33 Raptor engines lit on Super Heavy as it starts to ascend skyward.
I know, like, it's getting more and more successful. This is the first signs of reusability on Starship, actually probably 2nd or 3rd signs, because they're reusing, they have reused all 29 of the 33 Raptor engines from previous flight, and one of the engines, engine 314, which happens to be Pi, apparently
we could feel
has
the
flown
building
3 times
shaking
before,
here,
and that's incredible.
The vehicle's power. Now we're just about a minute away from shutting down those engines on the booster. Again, this booster is flying for its 2nd time today.
So I see the displays have kind of changed.
All right, so hot staging coming up a little under a minute.
Yeah, so I mean,
we're going to see all but the 3 center engines turn off on the booster. So our version of MECO, most engines cut off. And then just a few seconds later, hoping to see 6 engines ignite on ship to push it away.
So every single time the booster has been turning to a random direction after hot staging, but this time they're turning it to a specific direction, and because then it would be more efficient, and that would tell SpaceX that they can use more propellant to bring the ship to a higher altitude,
and definitely
which
keep an
results
eye on
in a
which way
higher
the booster
payload.
flips. First ever directional flip we're going for today should
yeah,
flip
they said
straight
it's
up.
a directional flip. The camera glitched, but I don't know why. Okay, we have 2.
See those engines powering down?
Yeah.
Booster
so
engine
yes, it's hot staging. Yeah, now the outside engines have powered off.
ignition. Stage separation.
Oh, okay, so yeah, the displays actually have kind of changed.
Flip by Super Heavy booster, and you can see those 6 engines,
yeah,
those
it has
3
done
engines
a perfect
on the
flip.
ship ignited.
The closest they have ever done to this was Flight 5.
Ship on its way to space. Peak that engine view. Booster doing the boost back. Chris,
this is the 2nd time the booster
Hawthorne?
has flown. The first time it flown was on Flight 7.
It is looking absolutely incredible here in Hawthorne. As we said, 6 healthy engines on ship. We've got 13 out of 13 engines on the booster.
Yeah, that's
now
incredible.
Down to those 3, which is what we expect in the final moments of the boost back burn. Now, as a reminder, we are not recovering the Super Heavy booster today. We are instead going to do some...
Shutdown.
Yeah, that's what I said.
There we had a good shutdown of the boost back burn. Next up will be the jettison of that hot stage ring.
Avionics power and telemetry nominal.
So basically, during the ship's landing, they're going to shut off a couple of engines.
The Super Heavy vehicle,
and then
which is
in the
returning
end,
to Earth, and we're going to be doing some experiments with it,
the 2 center engines
higher
and see
angle
how
of
resilient
attack
the ship,
re-entry,
the booster is.
as well as some engine tests as it gets closer to the Gulf. We are, again, because of these tests not recovering, we are sending it to the Gulf on purpose to do those tests. But again, you see the booster on the left-hand side of your screen. You see ship with 6 healthy engines continuing its ascent to its planned suborbital trajectory. Everything going very well so far for Starship's 9th flight. Now 4 minutes, 15 seconds in.
The Starship
great views from inside of
Flight
the
8
aft
failed
engine
because of
area of ship. They're looking at those 3 sea level and 3 Raptor engines on the right-hand side of your screen. The booster doing its LOX dump, that liquid oxygen dump. So because we don't need some of that liquid oxygen propellant in its tanks, we vent that propellant out to lessen the booster's mass as it comes in for its landing.
Now there's no display for the amount of propellant in the ship.
Just absolutely gorgeous views watching these two vehicles do their respective things in the skies over Texas here today. And Dan, we're approaching the 5-minute mark into the flight. Super Heavy is descending rapidly. What can we expect here in the next few minutes as it does its tests?
Yeah, now as we had talked about, Super Heavy might not have a very smooth ride down.
Yes, so we shouldn't be surprised if the Super Heavy just absolutely smashes into the ocean.
We've done this in wind tunnels, we've done this in computer modeling. It shows that sometimes the control isn't great, but only one way to really prove it out, and that's to get real world data. So here comes Super Heavy. It should be igniting for its landing burn in just about 40 seconds from now.
And we are going to relight 13 engines, then bring that down to 3 engines. As we talked about earlier, we will be intentionally shutting down. We will be shutting down one of those 3 center engines intentionally to push the limits of the Super Heavy booster.
Ship Raptor chamber pressure is nominal.
So they're testing
and
how
continuing
the
to
ship
see
can endure
6
failures.
healthy engines on the ship, 3 sea level and 3 vacuum engines still ignited as the Super Heavy booster is making its way back down to Earth.
We can see those grid fins doing some heavy work.
Booster landing startup.
We can't even see a
Ignited
ship
for our landing burn.
I just see colors. Is it normal?
It may have ended with that landing burn. Does look like we lost telemetry from the booster once we started into that landing burn.
We lost connection from the Super Heavy booster.
Did you see confirmation that the booster did demise?
Oh, the ship.
So the booster's flight ending before it was able to get through landing burn, but again, we're not bringing that back. We're expecting it to make a hard splashdown in the Gulf.
It's kind of sad. It's the first ever Super Heavy booster that has
the
been
entire
used
time
twice.
through that high angle of attack flight. So that was something that was really vital for us to get during this reuse. First free flight of booster in the books. All right, ship. There's about 2 minutes left.
According to SpaceX, the first ever Starship.
In about 2 minutes,
Starship will fly to Mars the first time.
Raptor
maybe next year.
Down. That will be SECO. Basically, second engine or second stage engine shut off.
And
these are some incredible views, Dan, from the aft end of the ship. Watching as the engines stay ignited with the Earth in the background.
Oh wait,
as always,
so
the Starship
now there's
avionics
this
team
display
that
of the Earth, and that's actually cool.
I think we just heard the booster, but all right, we got about a minute left into this burn. All eyes definitely on ship as we get through the final stages into its ascent. We're expecting it to start to cut those engines off.
Yeah, the engines are still on,
about
even if it
seconds.
doesn't seem like it.
Terminal guidance.
We are 1 minute to SECO, and I think there's this deploy thing on here.
All right, just about 30 seconds to go.
I didn't really research a lot on the flight this time, so I'm not sure what that deploy is. But I'm not sure if I can watch it because I'm running out of time here.
We did see shutdown of the Raptor engines. We do stagger these, so we do the Raptors first. Those 3 have shut down successfully. Sea level's still running.
Okay,
engine cut off.
Okay, we have encountered ship engine cutoff, according to SpaceX. Now everyone's cheering because both the booster, no, not the booster, but the ship has successfully gone into space, and that's
words in the English language.
And great call out that we had nominal insertion.
Nice. So as usual, I think this is where I'm gonna stop watching. I might be able to watch the second part, the re-entry, but if not, I'll just record it after.
First time in 9 test flights, ship is in its orbital trajectory. Again, it's going to remain suborbital for its mission today, but it ignited all 6 of its engines and made it all the way through SECO just now.
I mean, that's pretty good. I think this is where I'm going to leave for half an hour. I might be back.
Incredible.
Okay, guys. So now Starship is going through re-entry. You see these guys still talking over here. So I am somehow still able to watch it. I'm walking to class. Basically, Starship. I don't know what happened right now, but I think it's around 30 to 40 kilometers still above the ocean. Okay, so I think I'll just commentate the rest when I get home. So, however, Starship did not make the re-entry. In the end, it had lost connection with the Starlinks and ended up burning up in the atmosphere. So it's another failure of the ship, but overall this mission was pretty successful because it has tested large milestones for the super heavy booster. Thank you for watching and see you again at JJC Aerospace.